What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Jiu-Jitsu Radio. Before we get the party started, I just want to say thank you very much to everyone that's been supporting the podcast. If you like the podcast and you like the stuff that we're putting out, please hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button. You can find us on iTunes, on Google Play, on Stitcher, on anywhere you get your freaking podcasts. We're on there. But if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to hit the bell. Hit the subscribe.
Ding, 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 ding.
Get your ding dong on. Also, thank you very much to everyone that's been supporting us by purchasing the t-shirts. Make sure you send us photos of you guys rocking the shirts so we can share it on the podcast. I appreciate it. If you want to know where you can pick up your Shut the Fuck Up and Roll shirt or the roll shirt or the ranked t-shirts that we have, go ahead and hit us up on Instagram at Jiu-Jitsu Radio. The website should be up in the next week, promise. And everything else will be on there, so we'll make things much easier for everybody. And don't forget, you can follow Shawn at Gorilla Boy BJJ. You can follow me at Sonder Marketing, which I would if I were you because I have a lot of behind the scenes.
I think you
photos.
need to change that name.
Why?
It's just not like catchy.
I don't give a fuck about catchy.
I know, but
It's for what I want to do. I do whatever the fuck I want to do.
It's.
I'm happy for you.
We'll talk after.
I'm sure. Yeah,
we'll talk after.
Good. Let me know how that Gorilla Boy thing worked out for you.
Works out well.
Yeah, I only know 2 other people with the shirt.
Oh, I did. It wasn't my idea to make the shirts.
Okay, well,
and I'm not a salesman.
Well, then why? If you're not a salesman, you're gonna give me.
I know,
advice.
but I know it sounds good.
Okay.
And Sonder Marketing is terrible.
Okay, that's why there's like 3 other people that have been fighting for my name. I got a company.
Crazy.
First one on the market, baby. Don't forget also to check out our sponsors. Chokealoha.com is the website to get some of the raddest jiu-jitsu gear. The rash guards.
It's rad. It's pretty rad.
Did you get the rash guard yet? You didn't get the new rash guard yet.
I got the old black one. I didn't know there was a new one.
Yeah, you saw the new ones.
I don't know.
They're awesome new ones that I'm always rocking. You can see the rash guards at chokealoha.com. And because it's the holidays, you can get a discount.
Now I got to check it out.
Go ahead and check it out. I think they might be sold out because you waited too long. Don't wait too long. Go to chokealoha.com. Use the promo code Jiu-Jitsu Radio to get 20% off your entire order. If you want it by Christmas, you better get your order in now. And don't wait till the last minute because they do have limited supplies. It's a small company. Yeah.
I got that one.
Do you?
I competed in it back in the summertime.
I don't pay attention to you.
You know, the one where I beat the guy in the cage in less than a minute or 2 minutes?
Yeah, you beat the blue belt in the cage.
Less than 2 minutes.
Okay, wow. I'm happy
and I was playing with him.
It took you 2 minutes to beat the blue belt? Sorry. Anyway,
chokealoha.com.
Oh, well, you know, it doesn't take me 3 years to beat the blue belt.
I bet you can do it.
Jiu-Jitsu Soap Co. is also another company that sponsors us. And you should check them out, jujitsusoapco.com. When you use the promo code JJRadio, you'll get 10% off your entire order. They are stocked up right now with some of the sexiest scents that you could possibly find, and their bars are limited. So go get them. Get yourself something nice to give to the family. They make great stocking stuffers. You can also get some for yourself. They got bath bombs, hats, T-shirts, you name it. Jiu-Jitsu Soap Co. Use the promo code JJRadio at checkout to get the discount. And don't forget to check out giraffechoke.com. When you use the promo code JJRadio at checkout, you will get 25% off any order of $99 or more. They got some new designs coming out pretty soon, so don't sleep on it. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter as well, giraffechoke.com. I took the hat the other day. It came into the studio. But the heel hook hat, the Superman punch hat, the flying knee hat, all this stuff that you see me rocking or you see some of the pros rocking. Bellator fighter, undefeated Adam Borix. He rocks it all the time as well. I
wonder when he's going to come out with the flying high knee.
Flying high knee? Wow, that's the 3rd time you made that joke.
Flying high knee.
Yeah, we're going to keep on going. Giraffechoke.com. Use the promo code JJRadio at checkout. And with that being said, we're going to get this party started.
You kidding me, Bob?
Here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff.
Get stealing, woo, wheeling, dealing, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
Do we have an intro, like a video intro?
I don't have the video, just the music. I have the title screen and stuff.
We should put together some
I
clips.
mean, I should put together something since it's all me anyway.
When I say we, I mean you. Dude,
Yeah,
I don't know computer stuff. I'm just the talent.
What?
I said, I don't know computer stuff. I'm just the talent.
Oh, well, let's not take it that far. Speaking of which, talent, what's going on here?
That's not talent.
What's up with that?
What's up with what?
I don't know. Oh, there we go. Luckily, we didn't get any of your talent speech on audio, but I got it on video and audio, so you're good. Speaking of which, talent, keep talking. I got to get a drink.
Yeah, you know, not everybody is born with this kind of a voice.
Son of a bitch.
People,
We got raided.
who's we?
We did.
What happened?
There's no more drinks. There's no more bubblies.
There, you got water right there, homie.
Yeah, but it's not bubbly.
Oh my gosh, you're so bougie.
I am.
You're
Listen,
so bougie.
I don't give myself a lot, and bubbly is the only thing I pride myself with.
This is
So
all I
cheers.
need.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How was your Thanksgiving there, Bougie?
It was awesome. I actually Friday I got to train up in Asheville at ATT Asheville with one of Steve's friends,
Right.
Shawn Dillon. Guy was awesome. Super nice people at shout out to ATT Asheville. You guys are rad. Hopefully you're listening to this. If not, but dude, he's got such an unorthodox guillotine game. It was like my whole game. The whole time I was rolling out of stuff into another form of guillotine. It was like a bad nightmare.
So he had like a good flow. Like
Oh,
trap
dude,
one
he
together.
was. It was fun. It really was fun.
Was it one of those things where like you're like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Like,
he
I
showed me.
could've-
He showed me this one thing. It's like a one-arm guillotine with a chin. Oh, it's so stupid.
with the chin.
You hold it. It's a chin rip. You know, you get the chin strap.
Oh yeah.
Which I told him, I go, I don't tend to do that because I hate when people do it to me. So there's things that I won't do because I hate it when someone does it to me, and I don't want to open the door.
But if it's in a tournament,
It's all day.
yeah. You know who does that is Gabe, purple belt. Gabe.
Oh, purple belt game.
Yeah. We were talking about it the other day because we were talking about all the different versions of the guillotine that people we know, and like I always talk about Jay-Z's guillotine game. He has a very cool little setup that he does, and it's just straight.
You know who
to the neck.
has a sick one? Apparently, is Rodney.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that?
He's got this 10-finger.
Man. Rodney is not one of the people I fuck with. He's not like he's a sleeper. I call him the sleeper cell. He's a sleeper cell because he never has to brag about it, but he pulls these like weird random old school just fucking moves. Like, oh yeah, by the way, I used to do this to people. Like,
He's a black belt. Even though he doesn't have a black belt, he's a black belt.
Yeah, he's a black belt. He's got enough grappling under his belt, but that's the funny part is that he'll never say anything. He'll never say any shit until like he's like, okay, you want to be an asshole? Okay, why don't we go roll? Let's go. Like if you're gonna talk about it, be about it. Yeah, Rodney's the man.
I was at Combat Club today.
Oh yeah, would you go train over there?
Yeah, Wednesdays and Fridays I try to go for lunch. I'm going back and forth because it's working better for me on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Right.
So the Tuesday and Thursday thing at George's isn't always because I do podcasts at work on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Right.
So it's harder to get away.
Yeah.
But on the days that I can do it, I'll go to George's because it's a lot closer. And
Yeah.
I love George and
Yeah,
everybody
but
over
Combat
there.
Club from your office to Combat Club isn't.
It's not that
crazy
much
drive.
farther. It's
Yeah.
it's another block.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Combat Club's they got some good killers in there too. The noon class at Excel can definitely be it's not touch and go. It can be
Well, you can walk in there and
Murderer's
there can
Row.
be 12 people.
Yeah.
Or you can walk in there, it can be 4. It's just
It's
that's
a
the
noon
way-
class.
It's how noon
Yeah.
classes go.
yeah, but it can definitely get to where it becomes like a murderer's row kind
Yeah.
of thing, and you don't even realize like, oh, yeah, everybody here seems nice. Oh, speaking of murderer's row, we had a promotion today, so shout out to Brendan. I don't think he listens to the podcast, but he got his purple belt tonight.
Brandon.
Um,
Brandon.
yeah, blue belt Brendan.
Brandon, ultra marathon runner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that kid.
That kid is a savage, man.
He has one speed, and if
Yeah.
you're not careful,
Yeah.
he will jack your day up.
Yeah, he's definitely got a good aggressive game, and he's getting more jacked. I noticed he's gotten more jacked lately. So
Well, because he's doing less of the running and more lifting.
Yeah.
I talked to him one day. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing the running that I used to do." He still has cardio for days.
Yeah, no, he's in awesome shape. So shout out to him. Congratulations to him, man. I fucking last 2 weeks I've had to train with Kamaru, and it's funny because obviously I'm not going hammer. The guy's sitting there gonna fight next week, but even last night, and it's funny because we were going. He's like, "I need someone with size." I'm like, "Fuck," and like look at me. I was like, how much? How do you weigh? I forget what he told me how much he weighs, but he's down there. He's close to like the fight weight. I'm like, bro, I'm 222 right now. He's like, are you? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, let's go. I'm like, fuck.
His
man.
hips are so fast.
Yeah.
That's what last time I rolled with Kamaru, I was like, because it's hard to sweep somebody with fast hips.
Yeah, because they react.
They
so quick.
recover. They react and recover so fast.
Yeah.
It's like, son of a bitch.
His sprawl is savage, man. He's got the old school kind of Kenny Monday sprawl. You know, like what Kenny Monday used to do. Like he actually is the reason. I'm not saying it's Kamaru, but when Kenny Monday was the coach, the wrestling coach, he was the reason why Eddie Alvarez had to pull out of a fight because he got knocked out like the week before. He got knocked out in like practice, like in sparring, because he went in to shoot on someone and they sprawled out. And Kenny Monday's thing is that he throws the hip in, so he doesn't just sprawl. He fucking smashes his hip into your face because that's like your hardest bone, so straight into people's faces. So that's, from what was told to me, that's what happened to Eddie, why he had to back out. I forget what fight it was.
Kenny Monday is another level of savage.
Yeah, he's
and speaking of ex Black Zillion coaches, you know who else was a savage? Was Mario Sperry.
Yeah, he still is a savage.
He still is, but like he was older than all of these guys by at least 20 to 25 years, maybe more with some of them.
Yeah. And he would still fuck them up.
No, and he was doing the practice with them.
Yeah.
Like whenever it was like conditioning or whatever, he was doing the same practice with them. And I love that.
I have a photo somewhere of George with Mario. Like they were talking, but it was that day. That was the last time I saw him training with the guys. And he was going with, he was going with Thiago and I forget who the other person was. But he was lighting them the fuck up. He was lighting them up. And, like, when they were grappling, like, striking and going into the grappling, man, he was fucking lighting dudes up.
I think it was a mistake to the problem with, I guess we're getting into this, but I think the problem with the Black Zillions and why they fizzled out, too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
There was a lot of politics,
right?
For sure.
There needed to be one guy, and no fighter should have had any contact with Glenn. It should have just been, if you want to talk to Glenn, you go through the head coach.
Yeah, well, because of my relationship with everybody, I don't like to talk about like all the stuff that I do know. That's just out of respect for everybody, and obviously my friendship. So it's a whole level of politics.
Right. No, I know the level of politics.
Yeah. So it's
like I saw it happen. I saw it, like if somebody wasn't happy with something, they would go to Glenn and it'd be like,
yeah, no, it was a lot of like, I'm gonna go tell dad on you, like, kind of thing.
And it should have just been, if Glenn was smart. And he was a smart man, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, if he was smarter about the team, he would have made one person the captain, and he would have said, talk to him.
I'm going to take the Dan Lambert route on this one, and I'll say, like, I got nothing to say about a dead guy. Like, I'm not going to talk about that guy. I got my own opinions of Glenn, so I'm not gonna talk.
Well, no,
about
he was a nice guy.
Like I said, I'm
But-
not gonna get into it because I have my own opinion of it. So
Right.
I'm gonna go the Dan Lambert route on that one. So what,
not.
you got to go train?
Yeah, trained in Asheville. Got class started at 8
AM?
8 a.m. and I was an hour and 10 minutes away.
Late.
So I had to wake up early to get there. But totally worth it. The guys at ATT
Was it like an
Asheville-
hour and 10 like away, or was it because you had to go down the mountain and
Well, no, if it was by the, if I got to do it by the crow flies,
right?
probably would have taken me 40 minutes.
Oh, that's
Maybe
so it's
half
still
an hour.
far,
But it's
right.
like the thing is the road. There's no straight roads in North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's like you're going. It's like it takes me 15 to 20 minutes to get off the mountain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then I have to. Then it's another, hour or so in. So it's like it takes me a while just to.
That was like my trip. I remember when I went to Montana, when I won that trip to the Marble Ranch, when we landed and we got on the bus to go to the ranch. So like, see that crease in the mountain over there? Like, yeah, it's like if we could go just straight through there, we would be at the ranch in 15 minutes. But we can't. And we got to go around the mountains. So it's going to be an hour. Like, fuck, man. But it worked out. Yes.
But
that's
if
the one thing that
anybody-
we had the bonus of here.
Anybody who's in Asheville or that area, stop by, see the guys at ATT Asheville. Super, super welcoming.
Was Steve up there?
No.
I thought
But
it
a
was okay.
really nice facility, and they're redoing it. They just
Yeah.
put mats up on the wall. Like they redid the whole thing. He's doing a dress up of the building.
That's cool. How big is it?
You know what it is? It's like, remember Atlanta Skateway?
Yeah.
It's one of those buildings.
That's right across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, no, sorry.
it's down the
Yeah,
down.
I'm
Well,
thinking
it's
that was
down
the
way,
Palace.
The Palace.
Yeah.
But it's the size of a big skating rink.
Yeah, it's
And-
a big gym.
Yeah, and they have a gym. They have like an actual gym with weight equipment.
Right.
They have a boxing ring, but it's not like a raised boxing ring. It's on the floor boxing ring.
Right.
Then they have wrestling mats, where they have like two guys that wrestled from at Iowa as
Yeah.
the coaches.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they have a regular like MMA mat kind of an area too.
It's so crazy, right? When you see when you go into random gyms in the middle of nowhere and there's these guys that are total just savages, just top level
monsters.
people, and then you're like, what the fuck are you doing here in the middle of fucking nowhere?
Well, here's the thing. Shawn Dillon, he's the owner.
Yeah.
He's one of the coaches. But dude, he got his black belt in 3 years from Laborio. He went
Yeah.
from white to black.
Yeah.
In 3 years.
Yeah.
From Laborio, who's
he's-
Laborio is not like
That's jiu-jitsu royalty.
jiu-jitsu royalty, and he's not one to hand over belts.
Yeah.
If you earn a belt from Laborio, you earned a belt from Laborio.
Yeah. There's no politics of like, oh well, it's just
Yeah.
to entice them. To keep going.
But super nice guys. I can't. Next time I go up there, I'm definitely going back.
yeah.
I did Nogi that day.
How far is that from Raleigh?
It's way far.
Far?
It's like 4 hours away
Fuck, damn. Because I know I'm probably gonna have to go up to North Carolina in the next few months.
for the UFC's in January. Right?
I think so. No, but I'm not going up for that.
No.
I wish, but no, I'm gonna have to go up there for some work stuff probably pretty soon. And I've never gone to Asheville. I've always wanted to go to Asheville.
Asheville is friggin' awesome.
Yeah,
I fit in them. Here's the thing: is I fit there like
I thought you were gonna say I fit in the mountain.
No, I fit there like I thought I fit here. I fit better in the mountains.
Yeah.
Though I don't want to give up surfing.
You get to hang out with all the bears.
Which kind?
The bears.
Bear, like the kind that'll rip your face off bears?
Well, I mean, it depends what kind of bears you're talking about.
There was no bears, but I saw a lot of deer. It was deer hunting season.
Yeah.
Dude, so my mom's best friend, who was our neighbor growing up, Joe and Ellen, I haven't seen them in years, but she was like a second mom to me growing up. Like, I was always over at their house, and they came up on Friday. I was leaving on Saturday, but they came up on Friday, so Joe can do some hunting. because my stepdad put a deer feeder up. They have 25 acres.
Right.
He goes out, and about 30 minutes later, we hear a shot.
Mm.
He hit 2 deer with 1 shot.
Yeah, no, that's.
They were standing right next to each other. He fired. He got them both.
Were they at the feeder?
They were at the feeder.
That's a little sketchy.
Why?
There's a big ethical thing about that.
I don't see anything unethical.
You
about
don't,
it.
but that like within like actual hunting and like
No, because depending on what you're doing the hunting for, why do they?
We're not
hunt?
talking about sport. We're talking about
no,
like,
I know,
that's
but-
the setup. Like you're.
Everybody does it.
I'm not saying they don't, and plus, at the end of the day, there's so many fucking deers. Like
They have
it
to
wouldn't
thin-
have fucking matter.
Well, that's the whole thing is they have to do this. They
Yeah.
have to thin.
Did you see
their
the
herds.
zombie deers? You see that shit that's going on there?
No.
You haven't seen that?
No.
That's a whole big issue now, man. There's like a disease going on where they'll get like fucking all sorts of stuff like growing on their face. Like type it in. I think Ranella posted something about it like a few months ago, but just type in like zombie deer disease.
I'll tell you what I did. I did see something. There was a so it was going around on Facebook. Oh, geez.
You see it? Yeah. Like they get like these weird diseases and stuff, like to the point that like if you see it, like I think they kind of want you to shoot it immediately, and they have to. You can't even like burn the body or anything like that. It's like super contagious for the deer.
But dude, so
And
just,
it can go to humans. So when you cook the meat, they might not even have it. So you might end up eating it and then kick the bucket.
so I was looking, just happened to be looking at Facebook, and this picture came up. There's these 2 kids that injured a deer. And these 2 little psychopaths started stomping its head,
Shut up.
ripping its antlers off. Like it was
Where was this?
disgusting. I want to say, let me check my Yelp, because the one parent
On Yelp?
Well, I'll tell you why. The one set of parents owned a restaurant.
Oh, so people have started ripping apart the restaurant on Yelp.
Yeah, oh, dude, it was getting hammered. Let's see.
Devil's lettuce.
I think it was just Devil's Barbecue or something like that.
That explains a lot about the kid. So were they like brothers or were they just friends?
No, they were friends, and they ended up like, and they said, well, we had shot it and we didn't bring a knife, so we didn't want it to suffer.
Shoot it again, dum dum.
Yeah, shoot it again.
Yeah.
If you and who goes hunting without a knife? How do you expect to clean and dress
Well,
a
how
deer?
old were they?
Teenagers.
Oh yeah.
And the one
I don't think that
I want
they
to say it
were-
was in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And the one parent, the parents are getting the
Or they're getting ripped apart, I'm
getting
sure.
ripped apart on
Yeah.
Yelp, like 1-star reviews everywhere.
I mean, that's something that's just fucking wrong. I like it. That I can't stand.
Yeah, it was. I didn't watch the video because I couldn't.
So what they were stomping on and ripping out its antlers, and they were saying, "Oh yeah, we were trying to put it out of its
And they're
misery."
laughing and filming and
They were
filming it.
Well, that was like, remember we had the shark one.
Yeah, Pennsylvania torture teens torture.
Yeah, they look like a couple of
They're little psychopaths.
nut jobs.
And
Remember we had that with the shark, and they found the guys that
yeah,
were
that
like,
dragged those sharks.
Yeah.
They're dude. It's one thing.
Did you ever see like the guys down in Mexico that go hunting for shark with cats?
No.
Did I ever show you that?
No, I don't want to see.
I have
Where do they put? They put a hook around a cat.
live cat. That's what they would do. Like, man, this was a few years ago. I forget how I found it. I think I found like a random article, and it was on LiveLeak, because LiveLeak, they just post whatever. And it turns out these guys would just go pick up stray cats in the town, and then they put them out in the boat, and then they take these rich dudes out to go fishing, and you would see them just take this little kitten. Man, it broke my heart. And they just put these giant shark hooks, chuck it in the water. So you just hear the thing like screaming in pain, just waddling around, and the shark just comes
disgusting.
in. And it's funny. Out of the whole thing, the shark is the most humane thing in the whole sequence of events. Yeah, people are fucked up, man.
I really believe if you can just not kill an animal, but if you can treat it like it has no
soul
or like it's
no value
at all.
Yeah,
where you can torture it or do something like that, you have a problem with your soul.
Well, that's the issue actually that's going on around right now is the whole thing with Michael Vick.
But here's the thing with Michael Vick, he's done his time. I don't care what anybody says. He's done his time. He gives money to these to all kinds of dogs.
Let me ask you a question then. What if he had done that to Petey?
He didn't.
But what if
he didn't do it to anybody's dog? He did it to his dogs.
I mean, it's still a
you
dog.
You can't ask a question that's an impossible answer. He would never do it to my dog. He did it to his dogs. And then what happened was he got caught. He went to jail. He did time. He has done a lot for the animal community since that. I don't even care about Michael Vick.
Right.
My problem is people that just don't let people's past go. And it's like people go, I'm like, well, are you perfect?
Were you okay with convicts having the right to own having the right to vote now?
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with after you do your time and you're back in society.
What about like owning a gun?
I'm fine with that too. If you're an American and you've done your time, own a gun. If you make another mistake, you go back to jail.
So only if you're American? What if you're like a resident alien?
No.
Why?
Because the Second Amendment doesn't apply to resident aliens. It applies to American citizens.
Well, they're living in America. They are a resident.
Residents are not citizens.
They're
not protected by the. They're not protected by the.
No one gives a fuck about any of that shit. We're here to talk about something else. We're here to talk about some jiu-jitsu. I'll save the fight. I'll save the fight predictions for the end here. Polaris happened. Didn't get to watch it. I know you didn't get to watch it either, but we did see the results.
I saw highlights.
Luke Rockhold lost by decision,
which was it was weird. It wasn't weird because Nikki was close to kind of took him down, almost taking his back.
I have to say, I only saw the highlight of Luke doing like this weird spin to try and like get him off because they were wrestling for all intents and purposes
the whole match,
and then Nikki ended up with double unders and just picked him up and slammed him super quick. And I'm about to sneeze, and I'm trying really hard not to.
Rub your nose. You can't do it. Bless you.
Thank you. So I can't really comment on what happened.
I'll tell you what was impressive was seeing Luke kind of muscle Nicky Rod around a little bit in the beginning.
I think that might have been like a little bit of surprise because that's more muscling than he even got at ADCC.
Well, yeah, people don't realize, again, unless you've rolled with Luke, you don't really know how strong he is.
Well, most people don't realize that he walks around at like 220, like 230.
Yeah, but he's strong.
Yeah.
I know plenty of guys at 220 that aren't strong.
Oh, for sure.
He is strong.
That's a big man. Like you don't realize from
and you
watching
don't realize
on TV,
how tall he is. Like he's like 6'3" or 6'2", almost.
No, he's 6'4". I think he's my height. He's 6'4".
And he's long and lean, but he's hard.
He's what I wish it could be. just jacked. I just want to be Luke Rockhold Jack, like not Polo Ralph Lauren Luke. I want to be like.
I want to be Polo Ralph.
I want to
be
Strike Force Luke.
I want to be Polo Ralph Lauren Luke.
You can't. All you gotta do is do that serious face like you're pretending to be. I have a couple of photos of him training. That man, if you looked at it, be like, for sure he could go and be like the next James Bond. He's got the look that you could pull off being the next James Bond.
Yeah.
He would look like the Timothy Dalton.
No, he could totally be in the movies.
Yeah, he could definitely
if he could act.
I don't know if he can act.
I don't think he can act. I don't think he can act.
You don't think so?
No.
Like, what would you, if you could, let's do this. If you could put Luke Rockhold in any movie, like replace any other actor, what would you put him in?
Batman.
Like the original Batman or Dark Knight?
Either or. He could play Bruce Wayne easy.
You think so?
The way he looks, yes.
He would
Black
definitely
hair.
do. He would definitely do better than Ben Affleck.
I think Ben Affleck did fine.
Well,
And I'm a comic book fan, so I'm going off what
you
I
can be
know.
a comic book fan, but as a fan of film, Ben Affleck
No, but
is
you're
garbage.
tainted. What I'm saying is he stayed true to the Batman character. That's what I liked about Ben Affleck's turn.
Yeah,
Batman was
that
very
didn't really
stoic.
work out for him. I don't disagree with you, but that didn't really work out for him. Yeah, and out of anybody,
I doubt it didn't. I'm sure he got paid.
oh, I'm sure you got paid. You're
So
gonna
it
get paid
worked out
regardless.
fine.
You got paid regardless. Doesn't mean the movie was any fucking good.
I thought.
I think even Kevin Smith was like said that it wasn't that.
Well,
good.
no. Here's the thing. Batman vs Superman.
Yeah,
But I have a nostalgia because
I
they
still wanna
basically
see-
took the storyline from The Dark Knight Returns
Yeah.
and made it into a movie. That one was meh. It wasn't bad though.
yeah.
It wasn't my favorite. It didn't touch it. But to be honest, it didn't touch a Marvel movie.
I think that was more of a fan film. It was to get
Justice
it out there.
League
That's gonna be good.
was better.
Yeah.
Justice League was better than Batman vs Superman. But again, they can't really touch
Did Justice League come out?
Yeah, Justice League came out a long time ago.
Why am I thinking? What am I thinking? I'm thinking of a different movie. There's supposed to be another one that's like all of them together.
I don't know. But that one came out. Well, The Birds of Prey is coming out soon
Right.
with Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Do you see the cartoon? The cartoon supposedly is doing really good.
No.
They have the Harley Quinn like cartoon in there.
And I don't understand why people love Harley Quinn so much.
I think it's just like having a badass chick that's like a little psychotic and then like sexy.
no, I get
It's
that,
like the
but it's
same
like-
reason why Catwoman was really like.
But it's like bandwagon. To
Yeah,
me.
I think
you know what
so.
I'm saying. So it's like
I'm just like listen.
like,
no
if he
offense.
did have a hot girl play it in Suicide Squad,
yeah,
nobody would know who she was.
that was very. I knew what was gonna happen when that movie came out. You're gonna start seeing some very unhealthy, larger women dressed up as.
and you
Harley
did
Quinn.
for Halloween, like that Halloween.
Listen,
everybody,
you do you, but let's like I said, I'm not Luke Rockhold, so I'm not gonna be walking around like I got a six pack like Luke Rockhold. So but hey, you do you, whatever makes you happy. I think we should dress you up at next Halloween as Harley Quinn, and you can
Not happening.
crop top, tube top. Can you walk around in the tube top? I'll give you a
It
couple.
would be
bucks.
funny to dress up as.
But you
Harley
have
Quinn.
the you went out on the beach in like the pink speedo and tutu, so
There
it's
was
not.
no tutu.
It's not like it's beneath you. Yes, there was. Was there a
No,
tutu?
it was no tutu. It
There
was
was
a
a
frilly shirt. It was a frilly belly shirt.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be our intro, our video intro. Just you with the shake weight.
Doing karate.
Yeah. Fuck. Now you got me off track. Anyway, yeah. So Luke lost by decision and Gilbert lost by decision. Again, I didn't get to watch either one of those matches. I've actually been studying more than watching all the newer matches. So I guess that's on my to-do list for the weekend.
I don't have Fight Pass, so I can't watch it. I have Flow.
I'll just give you my password.
I like Flow better. Flow's got way more information.
Yeah, Flow's gotten a lot better on stuff. Fight Pass, man, it's like on and off. Sometimes they'll have awesome events, and other times it's kind of like it's dead for a while.
I don't even know why there's a Fight Pass anymore. If
It's just for the library.
It's just for the library, and I don't even. Who cares about old fights?
I do. I love watching the older fights because you'll find some older fights, but then you'll also find, man, I'm trying to think. You'll find like jungle fights. You'll find like the old Pride fights. You'll find like tons of other fight ones that you might not even have remembered that fucking happened. And then they have now they're doing a lot more focus on grappling, so you'll find a lot more of the older grappling matches. Quintet's going to be on there. That's another thing I didn't get to put on here that I wanted to talk about. Quintet's next week. I might actually fly out to that in Vegas because remember it's the different organizations competing against each other.
Yeah. I hate Vegas.
I'm not a huge Vegas fan, but it can be fun But 48 hours and I'm done. I can't. I did Vegas for 11 days. Can't. If you go outside of the strip, it's not bad. It's really nice.
It's hot and everything's the same color. Like
Yeah, that's the part that bugged me too.
I am not a desert person.
Yeah.
I am water or mountains. I am not desert.
I can appreciate it. I can appreciate the beauty of it and stuff. And if you go more into like the mountainous part of the desert, I guess, where they have the different plateaus and rocks, it's really pretty. Like
Well, Red Rock. Well, no, that's Colorado.
Red Rocks is Colorado, but they have Red Canyon, I think it's called. Or something like that.
There's some. I knew there's something out there that was red.
That's where we did the photo shoot for Flex that Ryan took the photos of. They're I guess famous photos, you could say. But it's pretty. It's really pretty out there. It's super sketchy. Did I ever tell you that story?
Yeah.
Where I fucking ran up the mountain? Yeah, never doing that again. But I can't do it. But to go watch that, I'll definitely go out there and do it. Quintet. Was it 4 or 5?
I don't know.
But yeah, so I gotta watch the Polaris. The other thing that's gonna actually happen that we have coming up is the Third Coast Grappling. That one I'm actually intrigued about. I've gotten more and more intrigued about the Bo Nichol against Gordon Ryan match.
Wait, Third Coast?
Third Coast Grappling.
What's the Third Coast?
You never heard of Third Coast Grappling?
I've heard of it, but I want to know what the Third Coast is.
It would be downside the Texas area.
They call that the Third Coast?
That's what they're calling it.
The Gulf Coast? Is that what? I guess it's the Gulf?
Well, you get the Gulf and the Pacific.
No, that's not the coast.
Oh, Texas doesn't hit that. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, it's the Gulf.
So it's got to be. So we have the Atlantic, the Pacific are the two. The third one would be the Gulf Coast. Okay.
Well, technically, Florida has the Gulf Coast too.
Yeah, we have both.
So yeah, Third Coast Grappling. Gilbert is going on that one. If you look at it, Gilbert's 3 weekends in a row is going to be competing. He did Polaris last weekend.
Where was that?
That was in Wales. This week it'll be in Texas, and then next weekend he's got the Vegas one. So he's just finishing the end.
He's going to be in the quintet?
Yeah. He's in the quintet
For the UFC?
For the UFC. I forget who else is on the UFC team. I gotta figure it out. They haven't really talked about it that much for whatever reason. But Gilbert is going up against Edwin Najmi, and then Romulo Barral against Jake Shields.
Ooh, that should be interesting.
Yeah, and Bo Nichol against Gordon Ryan. So before we dive into it, Gilbert against Edwin, who you got?
Oh.
I will say, as much of a fan as I am of Edwin, and I'm not trying to sit there and just be obviously just rooting for my boy, because I would do that anyway, but in a neutral view of it, I still have Gilbert. Edwin hasn't beaten people really in the higher echelon.
He has. He did really well. Was it the last?
He lost both matches at ADCC. I forget the other like bigger names that he's competing. And again, I'm a fan of his. I love his style. He's a showman for sure.
I'll take Edwin just to be on the opposite side, but okay. I'm not going to root for him.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I'm rooting for Gilbert, but I'll take Edwin just because we need to. I'd rather us be apart than the same.
Romulo Barral against Jake Shields.
Oh, that's a harder one because
I'm going 100% Jake. I'm going 100% Jake. Because again, Barral dropped out of ADCC and because of knee issues. In the meantime, Jake was over at Danaher's ripping people's knees apart.
Well, I'll take Romulo then. I can't. It's hard to go against Romulo.
Yeah, I mean,
hard.
He's one of the best of all time for sure, but I'm going with my boy. And Jake has been fucking killing like fucking big names for the last 4 years. Like once he got out of the UFC and he's just been focusing on grappling, man, killed it at Submission Underground and all these other matches he's been doing. And then Bo Nichol against Gordon Ryan.
I can't go against Gordon.
But do you know about the rule set? There's a specific
wrestling, the like, so no leg locks.
There's no leg locks allowed, and there's no pulling guard allowed. So they have to start standing up. He has to grapple and start standing, which
that's a stupid thing because all Gordon has to do is let him take him down.
right, exactly. And it's IBJJF rules, so there's a point system.
I'll still take Gordon.
I don't disagree. And here's the thing. This is the reason why. Because a lot of people just automatically look at Gordon and think leg locks, but a majority he's a back taker.
He's a back taker and choker.
A majority of his wins have been through back takes.
Yes.
If you look at his fight history, a majority of those have all been from back take submissions. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the homie Gordon Ryan on this one.
Yeah, I can't bet against.
There's a good possibility that we end up tied on this one.
Yeah.
Just from the way, because, listen, I would easily put money on that one.
Which one, Jake Shields?
No, Bo Nichol, Gordon Ryan. You could easily put money on that one.
Dude, when we're done with this stuff, there was a new thing that one of my old school skateboarding pages done. That's awesome. I think more people should do it.
What's that?
Well, let's.
You can say, well, we're done with Third Coast. You can throw it in there.
Well, let's go with.
Keep going.
Let's get the fight stuff out of the way. And then
all right. Well, the next one is AJ Agazam has a fight coming up now against Adel Altamimi at Bellator 238. Which
his first fight was not good.
He lost the first one, but he won 2 after that in a row. So he's getting the hang of it. But Adel is also a grappler. A majority of his wins come from submissions. So this one on the ground should be interesting. So it plays a little bit more into AJ's favor, so he doesn't have to worry as much about the striking. Which,
well, no, that's 9 times out of 10 when there's 2 good grapplers. They look at Kron and Cub. They're both good grapplers, and it ended up being a kickboxing match.
Yeah, but I don't think AJ would end up sitting there and putting that strategy.
Here's the thing,
I think Adel would. I think Adel would.
AJ's good, but I haven't seen him win anything big other than IBJJF Worlds, I think.
At black belt?
Yeah, I think he did. The
Nogi, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't...
You know what? Did I tell you I thought I was sitting next to Clark Gracie at ADCC? I think I was sitting next to Clark Gracie. I couldn't tell if it was him. It was like a guy. I'm like, that's got to be fucking Clark Gracie.
Was he a handsome devil?
He was a handsome dude with a smoking hot wife and 2 kids. So I'm like, I can't tell if that's Clark. I was like, I wanted to say something, but whatever fucking happened to Clark Gracie?
He still competes. He's doing master stuff now.
Is he? Oh, man. All right, so let's get into the fight predictions. Carlos Condit against Mickey Gall. Oh, this is UFC. This is for this weekend. Next week, we'll get into... Listen, this card for this weekend is actually a fucking pretty sick card.
It's a fun card for free fights.
And listen, it's very... I guess it's not because it's the end of the year, so they definitely want to put in a show. But it's going to be a fucking tough couple of weeks to have this card and then next week's card. So, Carlos Condit against Mickey Gall. I'm gonna be dead honest with you, man. Mickey Gall is gonna eat him alive.
I don't think so. I don't think you eat Carlos Condit alive.
I think so. I think Carlos doesn't have it in him anymore. And I mean, don't I have the poster up of him? I have that at home still. I have a signed photo poster of Carlos.
Carlos was nice a killer.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt and had to take a lot of time off. And
he got hurt a couple times. And then he got with Ito Portal. Or no, was it Ito? No.
I'll take Carlos. I don't want to.
Oh, man.
I'll take it.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah. Bold strategy, Cotton.
Thiago Alves against Tim Means. That's a good fight, too. That's going to be a good fucking fight.
That's a hard fight.
I saw Thiago a couple of weeks ago at ATT when I was in there taking photos.
I'll go Tim.
You're going to go Tim? Man, see, I would probably go with Tim too, but I'll go with Thiago. I'm a fan of Thiago. I think he's a good dude.
No, he is. He's a great dude.
Rob Font against Ricky Simon.
Ricky Simon's the guy with the mullet.
Crazy mullet, yeah.
And he's good.
He's fucking solid.
But so's Rob Font.
I think their record was the same. I can't remember.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take mullet.
I mean,
I'm going to go with the mullet.
Yeah, you're not doing anything different than me because I'm definitely going mullet too. Aspen Ladd against Yana Kinitsukaya. And Aspen is the one that had the issues with the weight cut. Remember, like she was basically on death's door.
Toss up. I don't know anything about either fighter.
I'll go with Aspen.
All right, I'll take Yana. She sounds Dagestani, so I'm gonna go with or Armenian.
Yeah, forget. Struve against Ben Rothwell.
Oh Jesus, this is gonna be a fun card.
That's gonna be
I think that's
this isn't even everybody. This isn't everybody.
Is this a rematch?
Struve against Rothwell?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh man, this is a hard one because Struve is a friend.
Yeah.
But Ben Rothwell
was on a tear for a while, and then he lost, and then he got popped.
Right.
And then he took like a year off, and then ever since he got popped, he hasn't been as good. He hasn't looked as savage.
No, he hasn't looked as savage at all.
I think he won his last one.
He did win his last one.
Got to double check. Let me see. While you try to figure out what you want to say. That's a tough one because Stefan's a friend of mine, and I really like the guy. I definitely want to see him go out on a high note, but
is this his last fight?
I don't think so. I mean, the last one, he retired,
and then he came back
in the cage, and then like a year later, he's back. So let me see, Ben Rothwell.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go. You know what sucks, dude, is for his entire career, Stefan hasn't really like reached his ultimate potential. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's never fought with his whole 7-foot frame.
Oh no, Ben lost his last 3. He lost to Arlovsky. That's right, in July.
Yeah, but it was a real close fight.
Decision.
It was a decision.
Yeah, all 3 were decisions, but he had to go against Junior Dos Santos, Blagoy Ivanov, and Andre Arlovsky.
Those are 3 killers.
And listen, from seeing Ivanov in person 5 feet away, man, the dude, like, he should have won the last fight against Derek
Lewis. It was close. It was close.
I don't think so, man. The first 2 rounds was 100% Blagoy because he was piecing him up pretty good.
I don't know. I think they're both getting. Dude, his head must be made out of granite because Derek caught him a few times.
No,
and I was
tough,
like,
dude.
I'm gonna go Stefan.
You're gonna go Stefan, man. Let me see. Shawn's going Stefan. Here's the thing. I love Struve. I think he's an awesome guy. He's a great fighter. But if he doesn't have his aggression level up and he's just out there just for fun, it's not going to play out well for him. It never plays out well for him if that's his mentality. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in a while, so I don't know how it's going to go. Oh, man. But if he can fuck up anybody, he can definitely fuck up Ben Rothwell. That's really kind of the way that I see it. Because I've never been too impressed with Ben. And when I was impressed with Ben,
I don't know
when
I was
positive.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's the problem. Ben was good.
I'm gonna go Struve.
What was that? It was
can't go out on my boy.
What was that? What was that one? IFL. Ben Rothwell. That's where I first learned about him.
IFL?
Yeah.
That's way back.
Well, and Struve won his last fight in February with an arm triangle. So
I'm going with Stefan. I'm going with Stefan, but he definitely takes more damage than he should. All right, next one, Marina Rodriguez against Cynthia Carrillo. Carrillo?
I think Cynthia's the Savage.
Yeah, she's like even calling out like Paige. She's talking tons of shit about Paige Van Zandt, which I think is hilarious.
Is Paige even fighting anymore?
Yeah, she's got a fight coming up. I forget with who. It's not a good fight for her. It is not a good fight. She's gonna get mauled.
I'm going Cynthia.
You know what? I'll pull your card on this one, and I will go with Marina just for poops and giggles. And then Overeem against Jairzinho Rosenstruik.
Oh, that's the black dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that dude's a savage.
You know that Overeem is the best striking percentage in all of the UFC. In all of UFC history, he's got the highest striking percentage, or the most accurate striking percentage.
Yeah, that dude is got power.
Yeah.
Who did he just knock out?
Jairzinho?
Yeah.
I forget. Let me just look it up. Good luck typing his fucking name though. Come on. Where we going? UFC on ESPN 7. Yeah, just take me to the card, bro.
I got him.
You got him?
Yeah, he knocked out somebody fast.
Yeah, he's undefeated.
He knocked out Andrei Arlovsky 29 seconds into the first round.
Yeah. Is that the one where he fucked up his nose super hardcore?
I don't know. He beat Andrei Arlovsky. He beat him 29 seconds of the first round. The fight before that was Alan Crowder. He beat him in 9 seconds of the first round.
Yeah. And then before that?
He beat Junior Albini.
Okay.
Second round, 54 seconds.
Junior Albini, is that the baby guy?
I think so.
Yeah, that's the baby guy. By the way, that guy's got baby feet.
He's got little feet?
He's got little feet. Little feet and little hands for someone that size. Nice guy, but little feet and little hands. Is he even in the UFC anymore?
Think so. Says so. Beanie faced Mauricio Green. He lost via TKO in the first round. Missed martial arts record. Oh no, I doubt. He's probably out. He won one fight in the UFC, and then he went on to lose 4 in a row. He lost to Andrei Arlovsky, Alexei Olenek, Rosenstruik, and then Maurice Green.
Yeah.
So,
and that was in June. Yeah,
he's probably gonna have to go back to the drawing board.
Let's see what he's doing now.
I'm going Rosenstruik.
Rosenstruik?
It's hard to bet against a guy with that much momentum.
But Overeem has gotten so much better, man.
I understand that, and dude, believe me, I get it.
Let's see. He's still that top team, huh? Oh, that was in January. I guess he hasn't posted in a while. Let me see.
Who's the top team?
Albini. It doesn't look like it. I think he's back in Brazil. Where's he at now? Yeah, he's I guess he's doing Future MMA. I think that's what it's called. Oh, well, more power to him. Man, but Overeem's gotten so much better.
Well, then go with him.
I
feel
like it might go. You know what? Yeah, I'll go Overeem.
All right.
I'll go Overeem. I think
Overeem
is going to go.
It could be the hype train, kind of like.
I don't think it's the hype train because listen, I mean,
no, he's got power for days.
He's got fucking power, but Arlovsky also doesn't have the best chin anymore. It's kind of.
Yeah, but he's knocked everybody out. Oh, I think he's. Let me see here.
Let me see the record when you pull it up.
Okay, so ready for this?
Yeah.
So just his fights. First fight, KO. First fight was a KO in round number 1, 2 minutes 36. Second fight against the same guy. First round, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. So he beat his time by 35 seconds.
Right.
Third round KO. No, in the first round, no time. Fourth fight, no time.
Oh, it just doesn't say.
Yeah, it just doesn't say. Fourth fight, TKO. First round, no time.
What's a TKO? So it could be like a stoppage.
It was a stoppage. Fifth fight, when the only time he's gone the distance, won a split decision. Sixth fight, 10 seconds, KO.
10 seconds into the fight?
10 seconds into the fight. Seventh fight, KO or TKO in round number 2 after a head kick. in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
8-fight KO, 9 seconds into the first round.
Man,
and
who
then
the fuck was...
the 9th fight is Andre Arlovski, first round, 29 seconds.
Who's managing Overeem now? Let me see.
I have no idea, but that's... Dude has got...
Oh, man, he had a 5-year layoff. So he was 2012, then 2017. So he took like some time off. Kickboxing record incomplete. So his kickboxing record is... That explains why Overeem took this fight, because he's a kickboxer. So yeah, I think he's trying to go back to his old school way, because if it's a kickboxer, he doesn't have to worry about, which doesn't matter. Overeem's got good ground game.
He does have a good ground game. People don't realize that.
Man. Yeah, kickboxing wise, this guy's lost a couple of times, man. Decision, KO, decision, KO, decision. So this guy is not
He got
impervious.
KO'd?
Yeah, he got KO'd. So it's not like he's impervious. So
Well, then go with our
I am. I'm going with Overeem. Definitely not going with Arlovski. Listen.
Yeah, he's not in the fight.
Yeah. Personal life: false arrest on suspicion of smuggling drugs. Nice. Didn't know about that. Combat career. At the age of 17, Rosenstruik started training in a gym called Ren's Project. Okay. That's probably why. He's just, man, they're...
He lived in a poor country. I want to say it was like... Where was it? It was... What was the country? Was it Guyana?
That he lived in?
Yeah. Where's he come from?
I can tell you right now, because he is born and raised from Suriname.
Suriname. Right.
Man, yeah, he's not impervious. I'd have to watch the fights to see which ones he lost to see like what it is. But yeah, for sure. Then there's a bunch of other people that have taken him to decisions. So he's not.
Isn't that where Tyrone's from?
Suriname,
Yeah.
yeah. Which, by the way, he also just got an award the other day for I forget what the hell the award was for. He actually called me up. He was he asked me to go and take photos of the award acceptance, but I just couldn't make it. And it was too last minute, which I apologize. I wish I could have gone, homie, but couldn't happen. But next time, promise, I'll be there. So what were you gonna say now that we got these predictions out of the way?
So the skateboard, one of the things that I belong to is like old school skateboard decks,
Right.
and it's something that I've
That
never.
group that I told you about?
No, different one. I belong to a bunch.
Yeah.
The one that they're doing, and I'm like, this would make sense for geese. People should start doing this for geese. But it's funny, that whole show your roll trade and sell is a dead website.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about show your roll anymore.
No, nobody.
It was cool when it was hot, though.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I made some good money.
But what they do is they say, okay, I have 22 slots. Each one is $10. So you can buy a bunch of slots, and then they pick it by random, and whoever wins
Gets the board.
gets a choice of board. Like they put normally like four or five boards up.
Yeah.
First guy gets a board. Second winner gets like a set of wheels or something like that. So it was pretty friggin' cool.
Oh, you got to give me that. It'd be cool to sign up. So it's just $10?
Well, no, they do it. Sometimes they just show pictures of the board. Like a lot of it is just like showing old school skateboards.
Right.
But sometimes the guys are like, well, I'm cleaning out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it this way. And I just thought it was a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
So like you put in $50, you get 5 slots out of 22.
Right.
That increases your chances huge.
sure.
So, and then they
But
pay,
then what keeps someone from just being like paying and buying all of them?
they could.
That's a dick move, though.
Yeah, but if you want to pay, normally that's $220 for a skateboard deck. That's ridiculous.
There's some skateboard decks that cost that much. I remember there was I think it was the Shawn White. There was like a Shawn White skate deck that had a thin layer of graphite inside of it to give you more pop for like ollies and stuff like that. It was like a cheap board. I forget. I'm pretty sure it was the Shawn White one, and that was $200. It was like $150, $200, just because it had a one thin layer of carbon.
I would not buy a skateboard unless it has. The only reason I buy these boards that I have is because they have memories from when I was a kid.
Yeah,
like I buy memory boards.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna say, because today on like the board group that I'm on, they I guess people started receiving these collectors boards that they put out. So they actually have
the new Powell boards, like the earth, like not the earth, but like the wood finish, like it's not really painted all the way.
No. They were like just remakes of the original boards. They were like just reissues, but it was like limited run, like the original like Tony Hawk board or the original Peralta boards and stuff like that. So they were just all up there. And actually on the surfing one, there's like the vintage surfboard group, and everybody collects like the vintage boards. This one guy made a board with channels in the board. Like, think of like a race car where it has like the intake. That's what it looks like, and it's pitch black. I got to show you a photo. It looks fucking dope.
That doesn't make sense.
It's an experimental. The guy just put it together. He did the whole.
It would seem like the rail would cut in too hard.
If you cut in too hard, to me, you would probably
flying.
catch. But it's not on the bottom. It's on the top, and the board's a little bit thicker than usual. So it would literally, like, if I can even draw it. So the side, like let's say if you're looking at it from the side, it would look like this, right? And then here is where the channel starts. So this is all like a tube area that molds into the board, and then it just carves into the tip. So it's almost like a Formula One car kind of thing. It looked cool. Whether or not it would work, I think that it would just catch.
Yeah.
So in theory, what his idea was is that when you're, like if you were going down the wave, the air coming in would give you more traction pushing down like a race car would. But
it might stick your nose right.
But if
into
it's
the
open,
water.
it would. You're right. But if you're going too low, that's what I said. So who knows? It hasn't been tested out yet. He's gonna post up the.
Hey, shit.
Like I couldn't get further than 5 feet. Have you bought any other boards?
I have the Nodus. The Nodus was the last one I bought.
I'm still looking for my first skateboard.
So
the Nash board. Did I ever show you my Nash board?
No, but Madrid's coming out with the Back to the Future Velterra, and with all like the actual Marty McFly skateboard that he had.
Yeah.
Like done exactly like you could buy the exact replica of the Marty McFly Velterra.
But in a skateboard form, or
It's
just
a skateboard. No, the skateboard, the one that he skated. You know the one that he skated to school in.
right?
That one that was a
one, really?
Velterra. And,
Right.
And their Madrid is coming out with a new.
I would definitely
but
buy
like
that.
all the way done up, just like it was in the movie. Like it's got the truck covers on it.
Yeah.
It's like it's exactly like it
definitely
was
buy
in the
that.
movie.
Let me see if I can find the Nash skateboard. Man, like I still remember it's the Eric Nash board to this day. Oh my gosh, this is this is exactly my board. This is exactly my board.
Oh yeah. I remember those.
Man, this guy's got it up on sale for $20, dude. This is the top of mine was pink. It was like a hot pink, but this is exactly my board. Man, I might have to snag that one up.
Yeah, the last board I bought was the Nodus. I don't know. Like, I think I'm pretty much like I have everything I've ever wanted. The one board that I want is a Dogtown, and it's the I think it's an Eric Dressen. It's got a really funky shape to it, and it's got like Japanese artwork on the bottom of it.
The one. That was my board.
Yeah.
That was my first skateboard. $100. What an asshole. Oh, it's got stickers on the bottom. Dude, this is 100% my skateboard. I might have to get that. Sorry, keep going.
The one that I wanted, but it's more. I want it more for the art. It's like it's got really funky shape to it,
Yeah.
and it. See if I can find it here. No, these are. Maybe it wasn't Dressen. Maybe it wasn't Eric Dressen. Let me take his name out of it. But it's like it was a really cool board, and I want it so I can hang it up on my wall. I want it. I want it for art, and like I've seen it.
Those are like the kind of items that whenever I'm traveling and I'm going to like small towns, I'll go running into Goodwills and thrift stores and stuff like that to try and find it. Find like
And
an
I
old vintage
almost
store.
bought it. It was at they had it at Shred Shed once.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this.
What the heck is it called? Of course, now you can't find. You can never
Yeah.
find something when you want to find
Did you
it.
just look it up on Google Images?
Yeah, but it's like I'm doing Japanese,
Oh.
and it's not coming up.
You know who just called me? Our homie JT from Australia.
Oh yeah, how's the old what's the game?
Jugo?
Jugo go.
That's actually who he's gonna call me up about their. I think he just got the decks and stuff, so he's super stoked.
Here
to
it is.
Talk
But
to
I
me
saw
about
the
it.
one that I saw is in Aaron Murray. That's what it is. Okay, let me put that in. The one I saw is in black, and it pops so hard. Yeah, here it is. Here it is in not in black, but in blue. But
Oh man,
is that not art?
yeah. It's funny because the shape of the board reminds me of the Pitbull skateboards from Back to the Future.
From Back to the Future.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and I've seen it once. I seen one of them at Shred Shed, and I was like, oh, I need to buy this, and I didn't.
Oh, it's got like a mixture of everything that you like anyway. It's like an homage to the Great Wave of Kanagawa, and then like the Japanese lettering, and then the original Dogtown logo and stuff.
It's like everything.
Yeah, it's like everything that like art style that you dig, and then the little Back to the Future reference to it is kind of dope too.
What Back to the Future?
The shape.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I like it in green. You see the other photos that they have on here?
No, the one that I really like it in is in black.
I thought didn't we talk about this guy like a long time ago? I want to say.
Who, Aaron Murray?
Yeah, I want to say we
Maybe.
did. All right, we got to get going. It's getting late. I actually do have to pick up this call from our homie JT.
Oh, there it is in black. Look at that. See how it pops?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the green one.
See,
I don't know if they can end up seeing it.
you never know.
Yeah, you can see it. That's pretty cool.
Look at that. Art, baby.
All right. That's it for us. Please go ahead and subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you follow us online. Gorilla Boy BJJ, Jiu-Jitsu Radios for the podcast, and Sound and Marketing is me for all the behind the scenes at all your favorite fighters and jiu-jitsu guys. Oh, and I just released the photos for the Tatami catalog. They released the catalog, so if you want to check out how the photo shoot with Gilbert and Herbert and everybody went, go check out Sound and Marketing. Buy a shirt, hit the subscribe button, check out our sponsors, Choke Aloha, Jiu-Jitsu Soap Co., and GiraffeChoke.com, and we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.
You kidding me, boss?
Here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff.
Get stealing, woo, wheeling, dealing, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time